Hello, everybody. What's going on? Kiki here with Team Reese Travels. No, you are not imagining things. This is not Ray. This is my new friend, Bentlie. Listen, this week I am here on location in Ohio for our travel agent training boot camp with KHM. And one of the cool things about being able to do boot camp with KHM is they bring in so many of our partners in this business. And I get to finally meet Miss Bentlie Logan from Carnival. Yes. So exciting to have you here, Bentlie, for our Travel Tip Tuesday. How crazy that it fell on a Tuesday, too, right?
Perfect.
Yes, because it's the perfect day. Yes. So, again, this is Bentlie from Carnival. She's going to be chatting with us about some things today.
Yes.
Lots of excitement from Carnival this week
that
we're going to talk about.
Yes. Big news this week, so we're going to talk about all that.
Yes, so we're going to get into that. But before we do, I want you guys to get to know Bentlie the way I've been getting to know her and let me tell you, she exudes Carnival. Like we literally had a whole love and marriage show discussion during lunch today. So yes, Bentlie, can you tell us a little bit about yourself and your history in Carnival?
Yeah, absolutely. So I have been cruising since I was 3 months old.
Ooh.
I actually grew up in this industry. So my dad did this job and my mom was a travel advisor for 35 plus years, still is, and my dad is still in the cruising industry. And yeah, I grew up on big ships. My dad worked for Royal Caribbean in the 90s, so I've probably been on a million Royal ships. And then when my dad left Royal and went to another cruise line, we started sailing on Carnival. I'm from New Orleans, Louisiana, so if you hear a little accent, that's where that's from. And if you know anything about New Orleans, you know we love Carnival. We started sailing on Carnival when I was about 13, 12, 13 years old. And it is just our brand. It's been a dream of mine to work for them. And we just love, we're just a fun loving family. And I've grown up on the ships and I always wanted to do this. And I love getting the opportunity to work with fun travel advisors like you. And that's a little bit, about my journey. I've been with them for a little over a year now and hopefully forever.
I love it. That was that little bit of Louisiana that came out there. I heard it at the tail end.
It happens.
I heard it. No, that's pretty cool. So I know you talked about you've been, with Carnival for a year, but long time in the cruise industry between being a travel advisor and being, with Royal. What is it about Carnival that stands out to you?
There's so many things. I love this question because I just it's what do I choose? Top for me, cruising is a unique experience to you. So it's about finding what you want out of a vacation. And what I want out of a vacation is I want good food. That's a must.
Absolutely.
I'm not going to have a good time.
Y'all know I love
it's not fantastic. We have a saying in my house, if when we're cooking, if you ain't sneezing, it ain't seasoned. So we're the type of family that will bring packets of Tony's Satcheries, if any of you have heard of it.
Absolutely.
Fantastic seasoning. We're the type of family that will bring the packets.
We got somebody from Baton Rouge here. Baton Rouge native. Yes, Cara says, hello, my fellow Louisiana native.
Hey. So first and foremost, when I think about Carnival, the food separates us far from anyone else in this space. And I would even extend that to even premium and luxury brands. I've been on a bunch of river cruises. I've been on a lot of premium cruises as well. And I have yet to find anything better than Carnival. Additionally, there's something to be said about the fun on board Carnival. There's fun around every single corner. There's multiple activities going on. You never have to choose, there's just this one activity going on. No, you get to choose between multiple things. You never have to choose, which show may I go to? No, there's multiple showings.
Yeah.
It really has a lot to do with the fun and our fun squad, right? Our cruise directors are unmatched.
Yes.
The fun squad, if you haven't been on a Carnival cruise, the fun squad is a team of people that are literally dedicated to making sure that all the passengers are having fun. What else do you need, right?
Right. Yeah, so there's nothing like a Carnival sail away. There's just nobody else that does it like that.
Nothing. That's
such
my
a good
top
time.
3, I guess I would say. Yeah.
Yes. So let's see. We got a couple other people here too. We have LF McKinley. Hey there, Miss Legacia. Cara said, People from South Louisiana know how to cook.
Look, we do, and it's y'all.
Yes.
I can go on a tangent. I'm dating a boy from Cleveland right now, and he tried to make me chicken, and he didn't season the chicken before he put it in the pan.
Oh no, fail all the way. You can't season chicken after you cooked it. Like what?
In the pan, and I was like, "What are you gonna put the seasoning in it? When are you gonna put the seasoning
You like
on
sliding the
and
little
he's like,
Tony Chachere's this way?
Is the flavor, and I'm like, that's how we differ, because the sauce is an addition. It's the lagniappe, if you will. Lagniappe is a Cajun term for a little bit extra. So like the sauce is lagniappe, like it's a little bit extra. You know, it's not supposed to be the whole basis of the flavor.
Right. Exactly.
Anyways.
No, but I'm glad you brought up food, because I mean I love food. Everybody that's watching probably knows how much I love food, because I talk about it all the time. All the time. But we're going to talk about some Carnival Cruise tips, and I know that a lot of them relate to food. So you want to kick us off with the first one?
Yeah. So my first tip, a lot of people don't know about this, okay? And I feel like it's so taken advantage of, right? So if you're sailing on our Excel class, that's the Mardi Gras out of Port Canaveral, the celebration out of Miami, and that's the Jubilee out of Galveston. If you're sailing on those three ships, every single time you go on the ship, you get one free dinner at the Chi-Bang restaurant, which is Chinese Mexican fusion, which you didn't know you needed. Neither did I. Neither did I. I didn't know I needed it until I sat down and had lettuce wraps with a spicy margarita on the side. Okay, you need it. So the Chi-Bang restaurant, and then we had Cucina del Capitano, which is our house Italian restaurant on board. A lot of people don't know that you get a complimentary dinner for the week.
Complimentary. Listen, free is my favorite price. Okay, so
I'm telling you. And then another tip to even add on to that, they're free for lunch. People are like, I'm going to go to the Lido deck, which is great, or Guys Pig and Anchor, which is incredible.
Absolutely.
But people forget Chi-Bang and both Chi-Bang and Cucina del Capitano are free for lunch.
What a nice way to break up a busy day, because especially like a sea day, right? When you got a whole bunch of activities going on, you want to go to everything, right? But you can break up that day with a nice sit down lunch. That's awesome. I love it. Definitely make sure you check out those restaurants. If you're on an XL class ship, you already paid for the cruise. You might as well take advantage of all the things that come with it.
Exactly. And then I'll leave you with my last tip, and this is just because I love, again, it's the food, right? But I'm always telling everybody, well, you need, when you want brunch, okay, yes, we have the sea day brunch, is great, right? But if you want brunch and you want a good brunch, again, if you're on the Excel class, go up to the Lido deck, go to the buffet, get yourself waffle, okay? Get yourself some butter, get some syrup, get yourself ready, okay? Now take that waffle about 2 decks down, you're going to go to Shaq's Big Chicken.
Okay.
And what you're going to do is you're going to grab some chicken tenders. And you're going to put it on top of chicken and waffles brunch.
Oh, all right.
Did it yourself. What is it? Did it yourself. DIY.
DIY brunch on the Carnival, whatever Carnival ship you're on.
Chicken and waffles. And it doesn't get better than Shaq's Big Chicken. Everyone always wants to say the chicken sandwich. Is it Popeyes or is it Chick-fil-A? It's Shaq's Big Chicken.
My son ate so much Shaq's Big Chicken when we were on the celebration. Like he literally woke up every morning like, I'm going to Shaq's.
No,
see you guys.
Have to ask here's my problem with Carnival. My problem with Carnival is that when you start eating the food, you then have to ask yourself, how many times is it appropriate for me to eat this? How many times is it appropriate for me to eat a Guy's burger for lunch? Because I'm going to eat it every day.
Oh, yeah.
That's the problem.
My whole day is structured around how many meals can I get into that? Because if I start very early in the morning and then I make room for brunch, and then I make the brunch early enough that I can still have late lunch, but then I can have dinner too with late night pizza. What other day? That's the best day.
5 meals a day at minimum. 5 meals at minimum.
Oh, let me see who else we got in here before we keep moving on. So we have Mickey's Adventures. Hello there. Kara's agreeing with you. She said exactly. Yes. We got Lita Shay. Hey there, welcome in. Controversial Cruising. This is Scott. Scott is hilarious. Hey Scott, what's going on?
Controversial Cruising.
Yes,
topics.
Definitely check it out. Kara said, I love the Italian restaurant on Celebration.
So
there you go. And you get to dine for free still. Hey, C, it was C. Welcome in. C said, "Love the hair, Kiki. Thank you so much, C. C, girl, I tried to do something myself, and just in my spirit, I was like, this ain't right. I'm gonna have to go somewhere. I had to make me a last minute appointment. I'm gonna try again. No, I'm gonna try to work on my hair again next week. We go see. It didn't work out good this time. C said, come through chicken and waffle. Yes. I'm gonna try that. I'm definitely gonna do it. I'm definitely gonna do it. Controversial Cruising said, yum. Absolutely. We got 17 people here. Thank you. If you guys have not subscribed and you have not hit that like button, please do that for us. We really appreciate it. If you're just coming in, I explained earlier, I'm here at KHM's boot camp in Ohio. And one of the great things about being here for my host agency's boot camp is I get to meet great suppliers. So I have Miss Bentlie Logan here from Carnival Cruise Line, and we're chatting it up about Carnival Cruise tips today, and we're going to talk about some of the Carnival announcements that came out this week too. Yes. So Cara's going to try it next time. Yes. Controversial Cruising speaking to C. Hey, Sig the Solo Cruiser, along with Siobhan from Parkers on the Go, we share a podcast.
Awesome.
And we've cruised together a few times before, and it's kind of become our funny idea that just as much as we can get, as many meals as we can get in a day is what we do.
I love it.
So let's see who else we got. The mother-daughter duo, welcome in. Thank you for being here. All right, I think we're caught up with the chat. So yes, love the tips, love the food tips. I'm a food girl at heart. I want all the meals every time.
Something about me, I'm gonna eat.
And listen, no joke. And I say this as somebody that lived right outside of Chicago, and people that live in Chicago will probably want to fight me, but it's okay. New Orleans has the best food I've ever had anywhere in the U.S. Like it is just so good.
I know.
It is amazing.
And that's why it's hard for me to be pleased with food.
Yeah.
Because I grew up with ranked number the 8th best place in the world for food. So like it's hard. I always have to bring myself down when I'm going on other cruise lines or whatever, because we have conferences we have to go on and stuff like that. And I'm like, it's not gonna be my food, but it's gonna be fine.
It won't be my chicken and waffle from,
It's not gonna be seasoned. It's gonna be okay.
Love and B 23, welcome in. Happy Tuesday to you. Thank you for being here. Brian saying hello to Team Reese and the chat. And Controversial Cruising saying, love the podcast, Cruise Kibbers. Thank you, Scott. MH Family is here. Welcome in, Rockwell. Yes, Rockwell knows Miss Bentlie. And she says, I agree. New Orleans is the best.
Yes. We try.
So speaking about New Orleans, you shared something with me a little earlier today. Are you okay with sharing what we talked about with New Orleans, about how Carnival stepped in for?
Well, it kind of goes to kind of my origin story a little bit with Carnival and falling in love with Carnival as a brand. Like a lot of people don't know this, but Carnival is very important to New Orleans, not just because they're all year round in New Orleans. They support our economy. New Orleans is just like the islands. Our economy is based off tourism. If y'all didn't hear, there's a big storm that came through, Hurricane Katrina, August 29, 2005. And obviously I was living in New Orleans at the time. And what I love about Carnival is that Carnival came to our aid during this time. And all the other cruise lines, and that's okay, they didn't come to our aid, but Carnival stepped up in a big way. They gave us 2 ships to house our first responders, families who lost everything, police officers, medical staff, and we really needed help. If y'all don't remember that time period, we were begging anyone, please help us. And yeah, I get like choked up because it just means so much. And I've learned since I joined on with Carnival. I was telling someone that story and she was like, wow, it's amazing that you're telling me this story, because a lot of people who work for Carnival have been working for Carnival for 40 years. Like they never leave. They love it. It's the best company ever. But she was telling me on the other side of it, Carnival had to cancel 2 months of cruises on those ships and did a deal with the government where they took no profit on that. They just took the loss of the cruises and Carnival took no profit and came to our aid, which when you think about companies that do good things, you know, Carnival, that's why
that's huge, right?
Love Carnival in New Orleans. We always sell Carnival, and they came to us when we needed help. And that's what life is about. You're showing up to your neighbor and helping, especially when you're in their ports and
It sounds cliche, but like put your money where your mouth is,
Exactly.
right? Like it sounds like that's exactly what Carnival did, and that's a huge thing to me. I never knew that until Bentlie just happened to mention it today, and I was like, that is really dope. That's a dope thing that people should know about. So thank you for sharing that with our audience today. Let's see. Keisha H is in the building. What's up, Keisha? Thanks for being here. C said, I love it. Another reason why folks can't make me hate Carnival.
That's
See?
right.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
Right. And Cara says she recalls Carnival helping back then too. Yep. So that is really dope. I love it. So I won't delay it. We've had a lot of big Carnival talk this week, right? Mm-hmm. We've got, well, first of all, we got Celebration Key coming, right?
Yes.
Like, yes. The correct term for Celebration Key is the exclusive destination for Carnival, right?
That's correct.
Yes. So
it's not a private island. Yes. It is a part of an island. So we purchased 325 acres of the island of Grand Bahama. Mm-hmm. Our initial build is going to be about 65 acres. We put in $500 million into this investment. We're really excited about it. Yeah. It's going to feature 2 of the largest freshwater lagoons in the Western Hemisphere. Wow. So of the globe, so not just, the Caribbean, mm-hmm. not just whatever. No, they're absolutely massive. Fun fact about that, it actually took 40 days of consecutive water pumping to fill the lagoons. They are filled. 40 days. That is a lot of water. Yeah. 40 days each to fill these lagoons. They're so big that they could fit one of our Excel class ships inside of them, respectively. Oh my gosh. Yeah, absolutely
That's
massive.
Humongous.
I know.
Think about the celebration sitting inside of the lagoon.
And I'm so excited about it because what I love, like Carnival is so smart. They are building this different than any other private destination in the cruise industry space. What they're doing with it is when you're walking onto the destination, the island of Grand Bahama, the whole right side of the destination is dedicated to families and children, mm-hmm. and they have everything they need. They have their own restaurants, their own bars, their own beach, their own little water park. They got everything they need to self-sustain in that one area. And then the whole left side is dedicated to adults.
Yeah, it's like, go over there, kids.
I love this because there's been such a need in this industry. Mm-hmm. If you've noticed, we've been renovating our ships nonstop and we're adding adult-only spaces on our ships. There's been such a need for that. And so the fact that you don't have to pay mm-hmm. to be in an adult-only area,
that's pretty dope. I love it.
That's luxury. Now we are going to have a private beach club for adults as well, mm-hmm. but you still don't have to pay for Calypso Lagoon, which is the whole left side of the destination.
So you can get the adults only experience without paying extra for it. Mm-hmm. That is nice. I love that. Now I just got to figure out how I'm going to get my 11-year-old to scoot to the side.
He'll be all right. He'll figure it
out. Scoot over there, son. I'm going to go hang out over here a little bit.
I'm going to watch you.
He's really self-sufficient. I mean, I think he'll be fine.
I love it.
That's dope. I'm super excited. My husband Ray and I got the opportunity to go to one of when they were traveling around and doing these like previews of the Celebration Key. We went to the one in Chicago. And so it's so nice to just see what was coming. Yep. But even that was several months ago and it's gotten so much more, mm-hmm. has more developed now than it was then. So it'll be pretty cool to see. I'm excited to see people start rolling out content from it when it opens.
When it opens,
yes.
July.
Are you going? Are you going to be there?
Well, I'm thinking I might go for my birthday. My birthday's in August. I might hop on the Liberty out of New Orleans.
All right.
And I think I'm going to take a little family vacay over there and
I know
scope
that's
it out.
Right. Yes, that sounds like a perfect birthday to me.
Exactly. I'm like, what else do I need? Birthday Carnival Cruise?
Yeah.
Come on.
So, speaking of families and, all these exciting things that are coming for Carnival released some information this week.
Yes.
And when I saw it, I was like, oh, I can't wait to talk to Bentlie about this.
Yes.
So new ship, right?
New ships coming. Yes. Yeah, so we have 2 new Excel class ships coming, one in 2027. That's going to be called the Festival, mm-hmm. and then we have the Tropical, which is going to be coming in 2028. Mm-hmm. So big news. They're going to be a little different from the Celebration, the Mardi Gras, and the Jubilee. We are taking away the Bolt roller coaster, and we are replacing it with a massive water park that's going to be called Sensation Point.
Okay.
It's going to be really fun. There's going to be 6 different water slides. We're calling this Carnival's Waterworks Ultra.
Wow.
So if you know, we have Carnival Waterworks on all of our ships, right? But this is ultra. There's going to be 6 different slides. 2 of the slides are going to have family rafts, guys. So when you're on your cruise, you can be right next to your son.
Yeah.
And your husband.
And my husband.
Y'all all be on a raft. I mean, I can think of nothing better.
That's going to be dope. I cannot wait. Look, you know what I can think of better, Bentlie? I heard there's going to be like DJ vibes. So
this is going to be really new for Carnival. We're actually going to be opening this area at night, and we're going to have a live DJ in this area. So we're going to be doing activities at night in the water park at Sensation Point. They're going to have their own slide. There's also going to be a kiddie pool area with kids who, if they have swim diapers, they'll be allowed to swim in that area.
Oh, that's different, because normally, you can't get into the kiddie pool with the swim diapers.
Exactly. Okay. So that's going to be super nice. There's going to be a lot of interactive features of this area. And then, of course, we're still going to have the traditional stuff, right? We're going to have the sports course. We're going to have the ropes course. We're actually going to be doing like a treetop design sort of ropes course as well, which is going to be fun. And the kids only have to be like 3 feet tall to ride some of the water slides.
Oh, so it'll be a place kind of fun for everyone then.
So even our littlest cruisers will have opportunities.
They can't go to the adult side on Celebration Key, but they can get on these water slides.
Our little turtles, we call them our Carnival turtles. Yeah. Little babies.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. I miss my son being that little.
They were so much cuter. Now they're like talking, I'm answering questions. My nephew's 12, so he's just a year older than you.
Now it's like bruh. I'm like, when did I become bruh, man?
So many questions.
And I missed it. I missed the comment in here. Annie is watching from next door. Well, actually walking in now. It just reminded me that I saw your comment. Oh yes. Can you get grab the backpack there?
Sorry, y'all. We're stealing people's stuff.
Yeah. I came in with my laptop intending to like set up my own little area, and Annie here has been amazing and just gave us this entire podcast setup here. So it's really cool. So and talking about new cruise ships, Celebration Key, so much excitement. What do we know where Festivale is going to be sailing to?
Yes. So she's going to be sailing out of Port Canaveral.
Okay.
So she's essentially going to be doing the itineraries that the Mardi Gras is currently doing.
Okay.
And the Mardi Gras is going to switch to short cruises.
Oh, that, you know what? And people ask for that all the time. I want to do an XL class ship, but I only have a few days of vacation. How do I get on? That's pretty dope. I like it.
Which the Mardi Gras is one of my, for obvious reasons.
Yeah, of course.
Mardi Gras is one of my favorite ships. There's nothing better than Emerald's Bistro.
Yeah. Oh my God. My favorite by far on that ship.
Yes. When I tell you the first time I went, I was so homesick. This is October this past year. I went on the Mardi Gras for the first time.
Grab her coat.
Oh yeah, her coat. Yeah. I was just using it for the comfort.
She warmed it up for you.
But the Emerald Lagatti's restaurant, Emerald's Bistro, I was so homesick at the time. It was October this past year, and I ordered myself some red beans and rice, ultimate comfort food for me. And I took a bite, and I had to sit back for a second. It brought me home.
You're like,
and
this is home.
And y'all know, I don't say that. If I didn't believe that, if I didn't like truly believe that in my soul, I wouldn't say that. I don't walk into a New Orleans restaurant at any city that I go into and say, this is fantastic. Like, no, they're trying their best, and I appreciate it. But I would never I have never in my life given the New Orleans stamp of approval on food. But I had my shrimp and grits there. I had my breakfast po' boy. I'm going on a tangent. You get me talking about food.
You got to see our Emerald vlog. We had a whole table. It was just 3 of us, me, Ray, and RJ. And when I tell you we had an entire layout on the table, like we were like, we want this, we want that, we want that, we want that.
And then I was teaching everybody how to eat beignets because you can't just go. You can't just go in. There's an art.
Let me see what we've got in the comments here. Contribution Cruising said, give me 2 pina coladas, one for each hand.
Put a little floater on top.
Sig,
a little rum floater.
My friend Sig here said, only 3 feet tall. I can ride. Sig is short. So she ain't 3 feet short.
I'm so
now.
happy for you. I'm so
Keisha H said nighttime activities. I know. That sounds
right?
so fun.
Isn't that cute? And for the kids?
Yes.
Right? Come on.
I love it for me. Like, I don't even care if the kids are
there. If there's a DJ, I'm going.
Sig said, I want to check out everything all adult at Celebration Key. Now, Sig, you just walk in and go left. And that's all you got to remember.
Yeah.
Cruise Nuts in the building. What's up? What's up? Thank you for being here. We have Keisha H. Hi, Keisha. She said teamwork. We spoke to Keisha already, but she said teamwork. Sid said, I cannot wait to experience the Mardi Gras on a short cruise. Cannot wait for that. I'm excited about that too, because that's one that we haven't sailed yet. We want to do Mardi Gras. My husband's vacation time is so limited though, so we can only do it's the struggle. And then I'll be like, man, come on now. Like you're
relationship issue.
Deal breaker, honestly.
Right,
MH Family said that is awesome to have an Excel class operating shorter cruises. Yeah, I'm
so
sure Rockwell
excited,
knows,
Rockwell,
and I'm sure people are reaching out asking about shorter cruises on Excel class ship. It's gonna be dope. Six said the red beans and rice is my absolute favorite at
just
Emerald's.
doesn't get better.
I think that's like the one thing that I didn't try. I gotta go
good.
book a cruise just to go try.
And they had good andouille sausage, which if you're Louisiana, you know, like andouille sausages, it's hard to find good one. You gotta go local, but yeah, it was so good.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Good. Together We Travels here. Hello. He's saying hello, everyone. Let's see. Did I catch up with the chat? There we go. Oh, Ray is here. Hey, Ray. Hello. The other part of Team Reese. the 2/3.
We need to meet him next.
Yes, you do. All right. So we talked about
working.
Right, of course.
Oh my gosh,
he is working. And right now he's home with my son too. So
can't bring the whole family.
I know, right? Well, maybe now we can on Mardi Gras for sure. So no, this has been excellent, Bentlie. I appreciate you taking some time. It sounds like right now for Carnival Festivale, they have not said when you can book yet. Yeah, but there is going to be some summer. Okay,
yeah, summer. We're going to be able to start booking.
Awesome. Okay, so definitely if you want to book a carnival, any Carnival cruise, but if you're specifically interested in one of these newer ships that's coming out, definitely email us booking@teamreasetravels.com. I'll make sure you get on this waiting list so that when it comes out, we'll be ready, because everybody gonna be booking it when it comes out. So they're gonna jump on it. And even just the Mardi Gras sailings that are gonna drop, like people are gonna jump on those too. Absolutely. I would expect those to go very quickly as well. So definitely reach out. Any last word? Well, we don't want to say last word. I don't like the way that sounds. But any final thoughts?
Well, I would say do some research online, and there's so much more coming with Carnival. If you haven't been on a Carnival cruise in the last 5-6 years, I'd tell people you haven't been on Carnival. If you're looking to get back on board soon, then now's the time. It's better than ever. And then just make sure you use our queen travel advisor right here.
Of course. Reach out. I'm here to help you. I'm gonna get you booked.
That's the key, Kiki.
Kiki, right.
That's the key.
That's so funny. Like, really, this community calls me Kiki all the time. That's what they refer to me as. But I introduce myself as Shakia, and Carolyn, who is running the class, she immediately goes, "Oh, that's Kiki." And I was like, so now the whole class is calling me Kiki. So no, but it's been good to have you. It's been good to meet you for one. Appreciate you chatting with our audience about Carnival. I fell in love with Carnival. That was my first ship. Carnival Valor was my very first ship I ever sailed on. It is what introduced me to cruising. It is what made me fall in love with cruising. And so I'm excited to get back on a Carnival ship one of these days. So hopefully I can make my way to Celebration Key when it's coming. So no, but I don't see any questions here in the chat, so we didn't intend to hold you guys long, and I definitely don't want to tie up more of Bentley's time if we don't have to. But thank you for showing up for this live impromptu Travel Tip Tuesday. They're not always live. Most of the time I'm posting a video, but I'm in a room with Carnival. I got to bring them to you, right? So we appreciate you guys, and I'm going to go ahead and head out. We will see you the next time, but until then, Team Reese all day.
See you on board.
See you on board. Bye, guys.